right away. So again, welcome to our call. One really quick announcement before I pass it on over to Miranda. I'm so excited for this call. Is be sure to check your emails about our launch in the UK that was just announced this morning on the National Wake Up Call. So all the information with the webinar link and everything is in that email. So go ahead and check that out. Educate yourself on how that's all going to work and what we already know and anything else that we're going to find out. So that's the biggest news that I have right now. If you've never been on a call, I want to welcome you tonight. I know that I see a couple of new faces, so that's really exciting. And I also want to introduce you to somebody that I look up to so much and have for a very long time now. This is Miranda. You guys are going to need to follow her if you don't already. She is going to be talking to us tonight all about our why and how we can really use that to help our business and serve people and enrich our families and all of those kinds of things that go along with it. So if you don't know Miranda, I'm sure she'll give us a little tidbit of her story, but she is a 2-star diamond, you guys, a 6-figure earner, team leader month after month on the leadership ladder. This is so cool. Like, Miranda is just a testament of the product all the time in a couple of different ways. First of all, she's won the Beachbody Challenge. So you know how you can submit your results to win the t-shirt. You can also win money doing that, and Miranda has done that. And Beachbody noticed her, what was that, the beginning of last year, and asked her before 22-Minute Hardcore was even released to be in their test group. So if anybody's a product of the product, it is Miranda, and I am going to go ahead and pass it off to her so that she can share all the good stuff with you tonight. So go ahead, Miranda, whenever you're ready. And thank you so very much.
Oh, you're the best. I like hate talking about myself, so even hearing someone else talk about me, I'm like, ah. But thank you. You're amazing. You guys have an incredible leader. Like, if I wasn't coaching yet, I'd be like, hey, Allie, what are you doing? Because I want to coach with you. But luckily, we all get to be on this journey together, and I love that she's in the same place as me because I get to hang out with her when we get chances. But anyway, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to try my best to respect time and get through it fast in case you have any questions. Fast enough anyway, but make sure you get all the info too, because I love talking about focusing on your why, visualizing, having a vision in general. Like, that's something that I've always just been in love with as part of coaching, even before coaching, even before I didn't know what it was. But diving into coaching made me just so passionate about that. And my coaches will tell you that I harp on them all the time about it. So now it's your turn. Let me get to sharing my slides with you, and then we'll go from there. Sorry for the Facebook noise. Okay. You guys can see that. Allie, can you go on real quick and tell me if you can see it?
Yep, you're good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so my team calls Empower 30 because that's a huge part of my team, just in case you're wondering. But last week I talked to them about revisiting your why. And whether you're just starting out coaching or you're a veteran coach and you've been doing this for years like me, it is so important to revisit your why. Because no matter, like, I was thinking of a ship today. I'm like, when you're on your ship, like, you control your ship, right? When you're sailing, yes, the winds can change, the tides can change, but what do you have to do to keep going in the direction you need to go? You adjust your sails. And I feel like for me, revisiting your why is adjusting your sails. Like, life is going to change constantly. This business is going to change constantly. Things are going to get thrown in your way. Obstacles are going to get thrown in your way, learning lessons, everything. And I feel like your why is like the pillar, the foundation that's going to keep you grounded. That's going to keep your vision strong. It's going to keep your blinders on. It's going to keep you, if you fall off the path, it gets you back up and walking again, dusting yourself off, cleaning up those bruises along the way. It keeps you going. I can tell you that from experience. I've been through deployments, I've been through divorce, I've been through moving to other countries and living in a third world country, whether it was beautiful or not. But man, having that why during those tough times when you're walking miles to go to sit in a little office where mosquitoes are eating you alive, my why kept my vision strong and made me go do it and not care and douse myself with bug spray so I could keep on working and being there for my team and sharing this gift with everyone around me. So that's why you'll hear the passion in my voice, and I get so excited that I get to talk to you about this, because it's so important. No matter where you are in your journey, your why is going to be your foundation and keep you grounded and strong. So always revisit it. Don't feel like once you do it, that's it. And I'll go over that soon. Give my whys and examples. So before I go into it, let me tell you something that might be a little bit off for you, but think about it. Your why, it needs to be about you, right? This is about you. You are the one working this business, right? You are the one taking the hard hits. You're the one putting in the work. You're the one putting yourself out there and sharing your journey. Before you go about, what do you mean? Like, I can't be selfish like that, because I know as a woman, as a mother, we're hardwired to just want to give, and we put ourselves last, make sure everything's taken care of, and then it's us, right? But when it comes to your why, it is okay to be a little bit selfish. And let me tell you why. Because in order for you to get out of your comfort zone and do the scary and uncomfortable, the things that'll move you forward, going live, for example, which is huge. It's always scary for me as an introvert. I sweat like crazy, and by the time I'm done, I feel exhausted. But that's when I reach the most people, so you do it, right? And my why is what does it. And you'll see my why later and why I go on live to share this gift and how it's changed me. But the why has to be about you. Let me give you a quick example. So we'll call her Maria. So Maria, I'm gonna tell you a story. She was asked what her why was, and she said, I want to pay for my kids' college. When she said it, there was no fire in her eyes, no excitement, no passion in her voice. You could tell that it was just like this surface answer of, this is what I need to do. This is what the right thing to do. I should want to pay for college for my kids. And that's what she said. They're like, okay, I hear that, there really isn't excitement in your voice. Is it because, I can tell that you don't want to show up consistently. It's hard for you to want to show up, right? Is it because your reason why isn't enough to get you to do this, right? And she's like, what do you mean? Like, of course, it's about my children. Like, that's the right thing to do. It's what I'm supposed to do. And she was encouraged. She said, you know what? But it's not. And she's like, I want you to tell me what you really want for yourself. And she said, I really want to have something of my very own outside my mom, being a mom and a wife. I want to prove to myself that I can accomplish big things. How cool, like that's completely different, right? But in doing that, in going after something she's never done before, in succeeding in her business, in pushing hard, darn, hold on, I'll leave it for now. My brothers we're in a group text, and we text all the time. So anyway, you need to have a bulletproof why. And that was hers. But in doing that, in going after her goals, she's inadvertently going to help her kids. She's inadvertently going to pay for college, right? And seeing success in her business and being selfish about wanting something for herself, it's going to help her kids because they don't exclusively, they're not mutually exclusive. Doing something for yourself and being able to help others is not mutually exclusive. If I want to help my parents with their missions and fully support them so they don't have to worry about scrounging every month, they're worried about support being taken away. I have to want to succeed in this business. I have to get out of my comfort zone and do things that I don't want to do, like waking up early or doing certain invites of people that scare the crap out of me to ask, right? I have to do that if I want to be able to touch other lives. Money isn't everything, y'all, and being selfish isn't everything. But when you think about it, money touches everything we love. If I want to bless other people, I've got to see success. I've got to go after something that's bigger than myself to be able to do those things. And that's why I encourage you to make it about you. And not in a way it's like, oh, it's just for me. It's going after what you want, your why, your vision for yourself, for your family, for your team. And in doing so, you're going to inadvertently touch the lives around you without even trying. And that's the cool thing, because you're doing what you love, you're doing what you're passionate about. And a bulletproof why will get you through those tough times. And that's why it's got to be about you and for you. So that being said, let me move on. Our whys evolved. So you can see, I'm not going to read every single one of them. I'll let you see it. And then I know Allie has the slides if you want to go back and look. But mine started out pretty simple. I wanted to get healthy and feel better. I wanted to create a community and be a part of the community that supports women to feel their best. And I wanted to get out of the service industry and home full time. That was my why for 2013. Without a doubt, that's what happened. I got out of the service industry, and I was able to be home full time for the first time with my son. Now, after that's done, I can't just sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to coast. Like, I've done what I need to do. I guess I'll keep doing, the 10 things that move me forward and not really expand, right? That can't happen. So I had to change it. I had to evolve it. I wanted to cover all bills and support my mission, my parents' missions fund. I don't support it fully yet, but I'm on my way, and I get to give, and I get to send things to them when they need it and when their community needs it. I'm able to provide, and that's super cool to me. It makes me want to tear up. And then this year, I'm skipping a couple years of time, but this year, it's, I got to create a community of strong women, that strive to become healthy, empowered, new. You can read it, but I wanted to show you that your why is going to evolve. And that is the cool part about it. It helps you not stay stagnant. It helps you continue to grow and expand and go beyond boundaries that you could set for yourself. Evolving your why helps you check in with yourself and your priorities, helps you reflect, and helps you continue to create goals that will move you forward, that will continue to help you grow into the person that you need to be to live that vision, to reach those goals, and to continue working in your passion. So don't be afraid to change it, to whether it's a little bit or completely. Keep continuing to evolve and change and grow. And as you think about your why or rethink it, remember it's okay. It's okay to make it about you. It's a hard mindset shift. Don't know what that was. But it's okay. It's okay to make it about you. I want to keep saying that. And a lot of times, we don't dig deep enough. We've stopped dreaming. Wrenches get thrown in there, life throws us lemons, and we think that we have to take a seat. Wrong. Adjust those sails. Adjust your sails and keep going. Keep going. The winds, emotions. I say emotions change with the direction of the wind, because they do. But we've got to sit in our ship. We've got to stand in our ship. We've got to look forward to what we want to live and how we want to live and who we want to help, the team we want to create, the legacy we want to live, and we've got to adjust our sails so we can keep going. Think of Moana, one of my favorites. Think of how she fought and adjusted sails and kept on going to reach the destination and to achieve what she wanted to achieve. Keep on going. Dig deep and never, ever stop dreaming. So when you go into creating goals, you've got this vision, you've got this why, you want to go after it. And I put eat that elephant one bite at a time. Set the goals that will lead you to achieving your why. Now listen, I put SMART goals up there, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. But that does not mean that you can't make stretch goals or push goals, as Shalene calls it, because that's what helps us grow, right? Setting realistic goals is important, but it doesn't mean that you can't make those big push goals. Those are different than unrealistic ones. Push goals and stretch goals, it helps you grow your fastest. It helps you push for something that you're like, I don't know about this, but I'm going to go for it. And even if I shoot for the moon, I'll land on the stars if I don't reach it. But you're way ahead than you would have been if you would have just stuck in your comfort zone. So the SMART goals doesn't mean comfort zone. It just means to break it down one bite at a time. What do you want to accomplish? When do you want to accomplish it? And why? And the reason I bring that up and say, okay, don't stay in your comfort zone with these. Go to those stretch goals, go to the push goals, is to show you an example. The general one, if you're not doing SMART, measurable, time-bound ones, you're just saying, what do you want to achieve? I want to earn my investment back. Like, that's exciting, right? That's going to make you wake up at 6 a.m. to do your workout. No, specific. I want to help at least 3 people in my first month to make an impact on their lives, move my business forward, and be able to cover my next month's Shakeology expense. And I know that was one of mine. It was literally mine, because I used my credit card to start, because I could not wait any longer. And I had to prove that it wasn't going to be new money that was going to come out for my next month's Shakeology, because I knew that I wanted it. I knew I wasn't going to stop. I knew I wanted to be in this business and be serious about it. So I knew that that's what I needed to do. To say I want to earn my investment back would not have got my invites done, would not have had me up and building friendships, because I'm an introvert and I'm shy, and had to make something a goal that's concrete, that had time, that was measurable, that was realistic. To the point, 3 people still scared the crap out of me month 1, right? To this day, I'm pushing to change lives, and my goals still scare me, that I want accomplish, and that's a good thing. But we have to make it specific and not just general. So I want to share that with you. Yes, I put SMART, but I always tell people, like, don't be too smart about it. Like, yeah, you want to make it measurable and achievable and realistic, but you need to get out of your comfort zone. Stretch, push, go for it, and make your dreams come true, because it's possible, y'all. The beautiful thing and the amazing thing about this business is how it's in our hands. That's scary, right? It's scary to have success in our hands, because it's like, if I slack, then I'm going nowhere. But the beautiful other side of it is, if you put work in, skin in the game, you do as much as you can and can't give another fingernail more, it's going to pay off. Is it immediate? No, because we're not get rich quick, right? But man, it feels so good when your hard work pays off. When you've been visualizing diamond and you hit it, and you've been seeing your name on that recognition post next, and the diamond next to it, and celebrating with you, and everybody's congratulating you. You visualize that, you put that why right there. And it's not just the rank, it's the lives that you change, the lives that you add to your team. It's the lives that you'll continue to impact and inspire. And that to me is so exciting. It's beyond the rank, it's the behind the scenes of everything that goes along with it. The community that you create, the confidence that you build in yourself and in what you're doing, all of that comes along with it. In which each goal achieved, the same thing's gonna happen. Confidence built, lives impacted, dreams lived. And that's a beautiful thing. That being said, I want to encourage you to trust the process, to focus on the process. What if, y'all, you can rewire your brain, which is crazy to think about, but our brain is so powerful to the point where we can literally think ourselves sick. Anxiety, I deal with it. Depression, it dealt with it and still have to fight it. Our minds are powerful. And if I let anxiety win, which I can, I can have panic attacks. It can be debilitating. But I know that my mind, it's up to me. It's up to me to focus on what I can control. It's up to me to realize that the anxiety that I'm feeling is coming from things that haven't even happened yet. Sometimes I don't even know. I'm like, whoa, I just need to slow down and like hone in on my thoughts and focus on the good, right? You can do that. So focusing on the process of reaching the goal instead of, oh my goodness, I have to go reach that goal, changes things. And let me tell you the reason why I put that pain scale up there, the thing that you see in every single doctor's office and hospital, right? So if you fall in love with the process, it'll lead you to goals. That's obvious, right? If you do what you need to do, because 12 months from now, if you stay focused, don't worry about what other people are doing, if they're rank advancing or whatever success they're seeing, you focus on yourself, what you need to do, staying focused, and you'll look back and all you've accomplished and how much you've grown. And I know that you've developed a real love for the journey because of that. But listen in. Why do I put the pain scale up there? Because, y'all, has there been a time, right, when you started out where it felt like your phone weighs 500 pounds as you pick it up to start your messaging, to build those relationships? Even more so, maybe 1,000 pounds to put in the, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Would you be open to joining me for my next online fitness group? Sometimes that feels painful. You're like choking as you're getting it out. Or trying to do a voice message or go live. It feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. What if you rewire your brain to make it feel like taking action is less painful than not taking it? That's why I put action in the zeros to the happy smiley faces, where not taking action is like, it's painful. Why? Because you're not moving yourself forward. That should be painful. And on the next slide, I'll have questions for you to ask yourself. You can coach yourself. You can rewire your brain to make it feel like not taking action is going to hurt more than taking action. And honestly, if you think about it, y'all, have you had those months where you didn't take action? And then how painful was the next month when you decided it was time to put in work and hustle, and you realize that your momentum has stalled, if not completely stopped? Think about it. It was painful, right? Starting over hurts. Whether it's in your fitness journey, you were off with your game, and it's okay. We're human. Trust me. Honestly, like 2 weeks ago, I was off, and I had to get back on. It was painful. It was exciting to know I had the tools that I needed to do it, But man, to have to get back and be like, nutrition, get back on point, have to get back to where I was, it stinks, y'all. And it's painful. So for me, getting up and working out is not as painful as not being where I want to be and not feeling my best. Same with business. For me, it's like not seeing my team thrive. Like, y'all, I get nervous for a team call still, but I'm going to do it because I know that's what my team needs. And it's less painful to know that I'm helping my team and putting stuff out there. Not even just my team right now, my future team. Because guess what? Those videos you record can be part of your archives on YouTube. And it'll forever help your team and your future team and future challengers. So get out there and do it. It's not as painful as you think. The more you do it, the better it gets. But you've got to take action. It's not just rewiring your brain. It's taking action. It's seeking the pleasure of doing work and building your business instead of thinking that it's painful to actually do it. Moving your business forward should feel good. And you've got to like subconsciously get to that point. It's going to take work. It's going to take time. You're going to have to like give yourself positive affirmations every day. But if you do that over and over and over again, I didn't say Lucia, like, I'd be like, oh, a premier coach doesn't sleep in. You got to get up and get your butt up. And I'd literally slide and roll out of bed because I didn't want to get up yet. So I'd slide down, I'd do my devotions and have my quiet time and then get my butt down there for some pre-workout and work out. Until, let me tell you, it started to get less and less painful and it started to feel good, and not working out started to feel bad. So that being said, let me go over how you can rewire that brain and how you can get into the mode of like, I need to do what I need to do to move forward. Here's some questions to ask yourself. First one is, what is your why? Whether you have one or not, I want you to ask yourself this question. And then I want you to dig deep. And I want you to peel back this onion. Here's an example. I have it somewhere. Let me get my notes. Rewire your brain. Oh shoot, where is it in my notes? Well, anyway, it's peeling an onion, right? So instead of saying, I want to earn my investment back, I want to find this so bad. Sorry, y'all. I just want to find it because I really love that, the way they put it. It's digging deeper, y'all. It's digging deeper. Instead of saying, I just want to earn income back, why? Or you want to get out of debt. Why? Because you'll feel safe knowing that you have extra income set aside. So if anything were to happen to you, whether you get sick, get laid off, something happens to your spouse, you know, or family members, you know that you've got that. You feel safe knowing and secure knowing that you have extra income. You've got this safety blanket, this safety net, right? I've been there. I've been broke as a joke with no safety net. I was negative safety net. I was negative everything to the point where I didn't know if I'd ever get out, y'all. Now I'm at this point right now because I did have that why. Like, I want to be able to provide for my little dude and myself and be comfortable. I'm trying not to tear up. I'm at this point now where I've got that safety net. If something were to happen to family, I can go. To myself, I'm okay. And that's what I want to pass on to everybody else. So that's a part of that why too. You know, dig deeper. Don't just say you want extra income. Why? To get out of debt. Why? To feel safe, secure, to travel more. Think about it. Dig deeper. Don't just stay on the surface. Go deep, 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 deep. That's your real why. And next one, why is it so important to you? Again, get specific. How do you see this changing your life, affecting your family, helping you get to where you want to be long term? Do you see it? Do you feel it? Can you smell the ocean air if you're thinking about being on a beach with your family? Get specific, get deep, see it, feel it, smell it, whatever you want to do. But I promise you, when you do things like that every single day, when you go revisit it, you'll have to live it, and you'll do everything it takes to get there, even the painful stuff. If you don't achieve your why, this one got me, y'all. If you don't achieve your why, what's the pain you'll experience? Right? What is the cost you'll pay in your life by not taking action to build the business? That's what I'm saying. When you want to rewire your brain, think about what will happen. For me, it's, I don't want to go back to the service industry if this crumbles. No freaking way. I'm not doing it. I'm not leaving my little boy. I've tasted it. I tasted the life. I don't want to go back. Really flesh out that part. What will you and your family miss out on in life? Shoot. I think about not being able to take my son on that cruise. I think about not being able to take him to see his grandparents. Like, there's so much. There's so much. The road trip we took in December. Like, even saying those 3 things out loud, I didn't think it was possible 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Not at all. Not at all. And that's what I don't want to ever miss out on again. Think about that. How will it affect your confidence and your self-esteem? There's the one side of building confidence by reaching goals, and there's the other of not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Not hitting it and knowing that you could have done a little bit more, man. That's a gut-wrenching. Been there, done that. Been there, done that many times, and it doesn't feel good. So I'm going to tell you, avoid it. Do what you need to do. Think about how it would feel before it even gets there, so you don't even have to feel that. And 4, look ahead 5 years into the future. If you don't achieve your why, where will you be and what will you have given up? All because you didn't follow through and take action on what's important. Whoa, like seriously, soak that in. If you don't achieve your why, where will you be and what will you have given up? All because you didn't follow through and take action on what's important. 5 years, y'all. I'm in year 4 right now. And I can't wait for year 5 to look back and see like how far I've come. Every single year, a big leap happens, man. I'm just gonna tear up again. And I'm able to look back and be like, I'm so glad I don't have to know what my life would be like without coaching anymore. Like, I'm so glad because I've been there. I know what it's like, and I don't ever want to feel that. I never want to know. You know, when you meet the love of your life, you're like, I never want to go back to not knowing you. That's how I feel about coaching. Coaching is the love of my life. I'm married to this thing, and I never want to know what my life is without coaching. And I never want to know what my life is like without going after big goals and having a why to keep me grounded and focused. And so I want to encourage you to think about all those things. Hone in on your why. Dig deep. Keep dreaming. The world is yours. Everybody's success is going to look different in what you want. Your why is going to look different, so don't compare to others. It needs to be yours because that's the only way you're going to push through and go through the hard times and never, ever stop. And now I am going to open up for questions. Let me get out of here. You guys, it was 30 minutes. I tried so hard. So if there's I guess you have 10 minutes left, are you there? Can you hear me?
Wow, Miranda, thank you so much for all of that and for coming to hang out with us tonight. And yes, we have officially 9 minutes and 24 seconds to ask questions. So go ahead, you guys. This is your opportunity. If anything and everything. Miranda will answer it.
I'll answer anything crazy. Yeah. Anything. Any questions? Hi, Dana.
Well, while you guys think of a couple, because seriously, her perspective is just amazing. One time I sat in a car with her for this event that we went to, and I was blown away by, it was one of the best mentorships ever. So seriously, if you have anything, ask her. But I just want to highlight a couple of things while you guys are thinking of what you want to ask her, a whole page of notes here that I took. First of all, I feel like it's really, really good for us to hear that the why needs to be about you. And I just love that you highlighted that, it doesn't make it mutually exclusive. And then inadvertently, when we make it about us, we're just going to be able to serve that many more people. And sometimes I think we forget that. We're all I'm in this to help people. And of course you are. You can't be a good coach if that's not who you are. But, to put yourself in a place where it's okay to think about you first, it's just going to open opportunity for you. So that I really love, Miranda. I also loved you so much thinking of the whole not taking action is more painful than, wait, did I say that right? Shoot. Not taking action is the more painful part than of if we don't do anything. So I have days like that all the time where I'm oh my gosh, it'd be so much easier if I just didn't have to do things. But looking ahead and thinking of the consequences of what that cost is, exactly like you said it. How did you say that? If you don't achieve it, what will that cost me? Puts everything into perspective. So that was another thing. And then lastly, I just I love the power of questions, the whole Tony Robbins, ask yourself those questions and then being able to answer them. So the fact that you finished with questions, I preach that all the time. God, that was just so powerful. So thank you for sharing all that. That was some of my biggest takeaways. So if any of you guys have any questions, go ahead and shout them out.
Like you said, when I think about it like that, it makes it easier. Am I perfect? Gosh, no. But I'm still here because of my why and involving it and changing. or else I would have been done a long time ago, because it's tough. This business is tough. You know, it's like you put your heart and soul into it. And usually the first thing to go when people are struggling is their health and fitness. And so it's hard to stick with it when people that you care about and are pouring into want to give up on themselves. And so that's my why is it keeps me going. So I'm like, that's why it keeps me encouraging them. It's what keeps me pushing toward past the no's to the people that really need me. And I know it goes the same for my coach that do the same thing. The ones that you see pushing forward and doing, and you see their name in the lights, don't compare to them. Who said it? I don't know if you were on that call too, Allie, but someone was like, don't compare your highlight reel to theirs, but compare what you're doing behind the scenes to what they're doing behind the scenes, or something like that.
That's awesome.
That's so true. Like, if you really saw what they're doing behind the scenes, like Melanie Mitro, the 5 a.m. wake up lady, or sometimes 4:30 to get her workout done, and all these things she's so consistent with. Like, I got to compare my work ethic to hers and not my highlight reel. So that's what I encourage you to do too.
That's a really, really interesting perspective. Let's see, Jackie said, no questions, so many takeaways, realized I need to write up my why nicely and start reading it each day. So yeah, that's kind of a question.
I used to not laugh at Brittany, but be like, okay, Brittany, when she'd be like, visualize every day, this is what I do. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. But when I finally did, when I was in St. Lucia, that's when I had the most growth, because there were so many tough days when I was there. Gorgeous place, but lots of tough days of, you know, like I said earlier, where I had to work, I was like mosquitoes attacking me nonstop, and it was a million degrees in there. And then having to walk back and just, you know, whatever. I never focused on the struggles, but I could have. And I could have just sat there and been like, internet's down again for the 3rd time today. I'm over it. And just shut down for the next week. But visualizing every single day, like seeing my 2 diamonds shining brightly, and working, like made me keep working, made me keep getting on those calls, made me figure out a way to make internet happen to get there. And much respect to my team for pushing through, but saying, you know, just, it helps you see past what's right here. Right here suck, right? Like all around you could completely suck, but being like, this isn't for my forever, and you're like, this is where I'm going, you don't stop. Promise, you don't stop. So definitely visualize it. I know you'll forget still, but you know, as much as you can every day, visualize, even if it's for 5 minutes. Do that. Watch The Secret if you haven't either.
Oh yeah, it's on Netflix right now. So I have if anyone doesn't have a question, I have a really quick one, Miranda. If I could just have you in like a couple of short sentences. I know we have a few new coaches on the call, or brand new spanking new coaches that are going to watch the recording. Just in like a sentence or two, if they've never heard of like the whole why factor before, like what is when it comes to coaching, what is a why in general?
Okay, good. That's actually great. Okay, so a why is, I mean, it's coupled into with your vision, right? I'm going to go longer than 2 sentences, but it's different from goals. Your why is that deep thing. Like I said, you peel back the onion. It's not just the goal of getting out or earning more income. It's the reason why. The earning more income, you peel deeper. It's to get out of debt. You peel deeper. It's because you want that security blanket. You want to feel safe. You want that confidence that you succeeded in something and providing for your family. Like that's the why. The one that, and then beyond that, it could be purchasing a home. It could be getting rid of that lemon car that I used to always have and getting a new one. Bought my first new car in 2015. It was like the craziest thing ever. Still don't believe it. I walk up to it to this day and I'm like, thank you, God, for providing for me. It's that. It's like, it's seeing my son, it's being able to register. Something so small is being able to sit there and register my son for soccer and not think twice about it and not have to figure out what's gonna get thrown away or given up to do it. It's paying rent on time and knowing that my account isn't going to go negative. It's something that you can see in your mind, feel in your heart and soul. It's something that you wake up for and don't push snooze for. That's the why. And then the goals, that's the things that you set along the way to get to that why. That makes sense. I hope it makes sense. And for me, why has emotion attached to it. And goals are like the stepping stones that get you there. And you celebrate every single one that you achieve along the way until you're living that why, that vision that you have for your life.
Oh, thank you. That was really helpful. I can see lots of pens ferociously scribbling.
I hope that answers the question. But that's what it is for me.
Totally. And does anybody have anything? We have like less than a minute left. So if you have anything, go ahead and shout it out.
If you want to message me, feel free to message me. I love answering. I don't mind answering questions. So if you think of something later, feel free to.
Well, Miranda, thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday. I know your little man's home with you right now, and just know that we sincerely appreciate you being here with us. And yeah, so again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post it in our group, and I'll send it along, or message Miranda. And I hope that you can go back and rewatch this and peek through and really figure out your why and your vision. So with that, I'm going to leave you, get back to your families or your business or whatever you're doing tonight, and have a great Monday, okay? Bye, everybody.